Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Danny Sora bringing you another cast from rCastIt. Alrighty, got a couple things already set up for you. A little bit easier this time, nice and easy. So, to start off in the bottom right, we have Outset Mikasa. Nice little Zerg guy there. And in the top left, we have our Protoss player, Sunny. And this was posted, it said it's a High Masters game. Or Masters. I forget if this one was High Masters or not. And a little bit of banter going back and forth. As we settle in here, I had a very good day today. Hope you guys did as well. It is Labor Day weekend. Nice long weekend away from work. All of those pressures and things going. Just kick back, have a cold one, and it's fantastic. Oh, and Mikasa, it looks like Sunny went random and is actually revealing his race. Whenever this happens in game, I play in Platinum League, so people tend to lie, and they're buttholes for that. But we will save that for another day, as I can rant about things anytime. And thus far, nothing out of the ordinary. No cheese in this match. This is Belshire Vestige. Couple little things about the map. These two watchtowers, if you control them, you will see anything coming your way. These rocks in the middle, you can tear down a little bit faster, but typically you don't see that until very, very late game. So, we shall see. And the Zerg player going through for a 15 pool before hatch. Pretty typical. No big deal there. And the Protoss player, interesting note about this pylon. This may mean that he wants to wall off a little bit. We'll have to see. Maybe it's sort of a one base all in. Maybe he throws his Cybernetics core down right here, place the Zealot. We shall see as our Protoss player is scouting. See, there's not a whole lot. Won't see the spawning pool there. Finally checks for it. Sees the timing, sees that it's done. It's very nice to see. And yes, just like I said, that Cybernetics core will go down there. Now this is a little bit wider on the hex grid. I believe that is just a little bit too big, so we'll have to see what happens. And a wasted chrono boost there for our Protoss player a little bit. Sunny not quite on top of that. Got to keep building those probes, like Day 9 says. You can win with probes and pylons, people. That's all you need. Probes and pylons. Everything else is just irrelevant. So we'll have to see. He does have one Zealot coming out here, and as I told you, you can see there is a little bit of a gap there, so that will not be tight against Lings. He's going to go ahead and get a Stalker out, while our Zerg player continues to just kind of drone up. And looks like that was a drone coming in that actually went down. Didn't actually see, but yep, up in the workers, in the units lost tab. Looks like that is the case. And two Zerglings coming in here. Not going to get anything done with this Stalker. Stalker can actually block right at that front door, which it will. Looks like he's actually going to move out, going to chase down, going to get that Ling for sure. Looks like manual targeting there, so good work by Sunny. Mikasa trying to save it. And let's see the mothership core here, and I think Sunny's going to push in just a little bit. Let's see here. Mikasa has nothing for defense, just 2 queens. He's got 6 Lings on the way. Those should pop out. It appears right about when the Zealot and Stalker get here. If the Protoss player delays at all, they should be all the way out here and in position. The other 4 coming across. And he sees that these are here now. And we'll have to see what pans out. Ooh, and losing that Ling. And when you only have 6, each one of those is so important. And Sunny doesn't want to get surrounded here. Good pullback, waiting for that mothership core to come in. And that Stalker's going to live with some good micro here by Sunny, keeping that alive. Oh, and a cheeky little time warp there to try to slow down that queen. Not quite sure that was worth it. A lot of times you want to save that for things like the ramp, because there's a lot more queens coming down. And he is going to go after this queen as well, and this is off creep. This is terrible for Mikasa. Never should have tried to target down that mothership core with just one. And it looks like these will all be cleaned up. So 13 units lost, this mothership core being a little bit annoying. There we go, as I pull that one up, that's the one I wanted. And nice little spore crawler maneuver to save that one. You should pull this one over. He's going to lose that, and with some smart targeting by Sunny, he's going to get this one as well. And warping of a sentry is really going to shut this down. Meanwhile, back here, these speedlings are doing some work. But with 2 more gateways up, Mikasa is in a lot of trouble. Is he going to get up the ramp? Yes, yes he is. That Zealot just a little bit too late. Oh no, and that poor probe. He's going to have to warp in just a little bit at home. Oh, his mothership core, 10 kills, ladies and gentlemen. 10 kills. 11 workers. And that is impressive. And this was a battle that he should not have taken. As losing that mothership core is a little bit painful. It's going to end all the aggression. And Mikasa trying to even the score just a little bit. Chasing down these probes. And Sunny really shouldn't even fight with the probes. Run back, get these zealots out. Let them take care of the Zerglings. So making little tiny mistakes. He is going to need another pylon here very soon if he wants any sort of warp in. And he does throw 2 of them down as he realizes the same thing as I did. Oh, and up at the ramp, and they're going to get in. They're going to get into the mineral line, and he should be able to do a good amount of damage. We'll see how many probes he can kill. Some decent micro going down by Mikasa. But there the probes start falling, and he actually evens things up. 11 to 11 and workers killed. And that wasn't a good idea by Sunny. Just run those probes back to your army. The mining time's nice, but you don't want to fight with him. His army was right here coming up the ramp. You can fight with him once the army's there. Let the zealots take the brunt of that. But that's just a little bit of poor management there. And we'll have to see. Our Zerg player going for a 3rd base here. As more speedlings are going to come up. Looks like 13 lings against 5 zealots and 3 sentries with more warping in. He should be A-okay. Unless he leaves and we're going to have some sort of awkward base race. And this is still wide open. This is terrible for Sunny. If Mikasa goes in right now, he's going to be able to do a ton of damage. Oh, and here he goes. And let's see about this army. He's not quite turning around. And Mikasa decides not to go in. Oh, he could have done so much. He's going to chase down this army back at home. Those speedlings can just damage, and then they can fly across the map. Let's see, he's got 18. Oh, and pulling the workers here, not a good idea. I really don't like that. Look at how spread out all of them are. Yes, he's going to get some sentries, but he lost so many drones there. Another 11 drones. Definitely don't want to pull, especially with all these lings on the way. Now that these lings are here, absolutely cleaning up, and he could have done so much better with that without losing all of those drones. 26 lings are on the way. Looks like he's just going to go hyper aggressive, spending all of that larva. The Protoss player, honestly, is just not going to have the production. Oh, and he's going to get that wall up. No, he does not. And a great surround on these zealots. Didn't get around the backside, but that's not really what he's worried about. He just wants to kill these so he can leave this door open. The door will be open. He's got to try to sneak a probe down here and put up that gateway. That would be such a good idea for him. But no such luck. These lings streaming in, and I don't think Sunny's going to be able to hold. And there it is, a quick GG. He knew immediately. A little bit interesting there. Our Zerg player, made some mistakes. I think he definitely could have, helped out, kept those drones alive. This drone pull was just very premature, especially with all of those links coming down. Just run them back here. Anything with a little bit of extra time. But when you're running all the way out here, you just, it's so much damage was done, and I don't really think it was totally necessary. But our Zerg player did end up winning. Just went hyper aggressive with lings, lings on lings on lings, and that ended up working out. Our Protoss player, this was a bad wall in right here. You need a gateway so you get that one extra hex so you can just leave one zealot there. One zealot's not going to lose you the game, but it is going to protect this entire line. Because, yeah, they may kill that zealot eventually, but you can warp in behind it. Really needed to wall this off, and he just left it wide open. And then left also this whole choke wide open when he had a ton of just probes down here. So, a little bit back and forth. The Zerg player played pretty well. I think both players made mistakes, but they kept their production up decently, and it wasn't a bad game. So I think I'm actually going to go back to rCastIt, see if I can grab maybe 1 or 2 more for the night. But for now, that's all I've got. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be all. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend.